Hey guys, what's up? I am back with a brand new video, and now let's do the side-by-side unboxing of the Infinix Note 11 Pro and the Tecno CAMON 18P, and both phones is costing around 34,000 PKR in Pakistan market. In this price range, we have 8GB of RAM and 128GB of internal storage. Also in the color I have is the mist blue color, and the Tecno CAMON 18P is in the dust gray color. So in this video, we're gonna unbox the Infinix Note 11 Pro as well as the Tecno CAMON 18P. Now let's talk about the specification about these two devices. Also you can see that and both phones is also manufactured in Pakistan. That's really good thing. On the back we have some more specifications, and both phones is powered by Mediatek G96 processor. Also we have 5000 mAh battery size on both phones. We also have a 33 watt fast charging. On the front we have a 6.95 inch Full HD IPS LCD display, which also has a 120Hz refresh rate. On the Tecno CAMON 18P, we have a 6.8 inch Full HD IPS LCD display, which also has a 120Hz refresh rate. We have 48 megapixel main camera on the Tecno, while on the Infinix we have a 64 megapixel main camera. Also on the front we have a 16 megapixel main camera. Now let's quickly unbox the Infinix as well as the Tecno. First, let me remove the plastic. Now let's quickly remove the seal with the Tecno, and now let's do with the Infinix as well. Again you can see and the specification of the Infinix as well as the Tecno, it is very similar. That's really confusing as well. And guys, now let's open this box like this. Here is the Infinix, and here, and now let's open the Tecno CAMON 18 as well. So here is the Tecno CAMON 18P. Now let's unbox the Infinix, and you can see. Now let's out the phone from these boxes, and you can see, and here is the Tecno CAMON 18P in the dust gray color. On the back we have matte finish, but you can see on this side we have a glossy finish. So now let's look at the Infinix as well. Here the mist blue color looks like. Again on the back we have matte finish. Here is the side-by-side comparison between these two devices, and the camera layout is completely vertical on the Tecno versus a like this on the Infinix Note 11 Pro. Again we have 48 megapixel main camera versus a 64 megapixel main camera, and the frame is also made up of plastic. On the bottom we also have headphone jack. On the front we also have a screen protector, is pre-installed on both phones. And now I'm gonna just put the side here. Now let's see what else we get, and other than the phone. And the first thing we get a silicone case, and you can see also we get a tempered glass with the Infinix Note 11 Pro. That's really good thing. And you can see here is the Tecno looks like, and here is the Note 11 Pro silicone case looks like. On the back we have a CAMON logo, and also we get a 1-year warranty card. And you can see also we get a quick start guide with the Tecno. Also we have an invitation of joining the X Club. Also we get this information guide about the BT approved. Also we get this X bar quick start guide, and lastly we get the chargers. And you can see it says that it is a 10 volt with a 3.3 ampere, and guys, and this is a 33 watt super fast chargers. Also we get a simulation tool with the Infinix, and also we get this mini box. Inside of this box we also get a hand-free, which is not really available with the Infinix, and that's really big difference. Also we get a cable. Also we get simulation tool with the Tecno, and you can see, and this is a USB type C to USB A cable. And here is the Infinix Note 11 Pro USB type C cable. That's about it. And now let's put all these things to the side. Now let's look at the Infinix Note 11 Pro as well as the Tecno. I like the design of the Tecno CAMON 18P over the Infinix Note 11 Pro. Again at the back it is made up of plastic. And now let's quickly boot both of these phones up at the same time. It is not a speed test, but now let's see the physical overview. And guys, on the bottom we have a speaker, USB type C port, main microphone as well as headphone jack. Exactly the same on the Tecno. On the left hand side we have a SIM tray. So now let's look at the SIM tray on both phones, and we should see a full-fledged SIM slot. And you can see you can use one micro SD card with 2 nano SIMs at the same time. It is a full-fledged SIM slot. Inside the SIM tray we also have a rubber, so that's very good thing. Now let's look at the Tecno CAMON 18P SIM tray. You can use one micro SD card with 2 nano SIMs at the same time. It is also a full-fledged SIM slot. Inside the SIM tray we also have a rubber and the water protection. It is available on both phones. On the top we have nothing. On the right hand side we have volume up and volume down rocker as well as a power on a button. in which we also have a side mounted fingerprint scanner. We have a triple cameras on both phones. We have 48 megapixel main camera versus a 64 megapixel main camera. Both phones also has a quad LED flash. On the front we also have a LED flash on. And guys, and here is the displays on both phones. We have 6.95 inch Full HD IPS LCD display with 120 Hz refresh rate versus a 6.8 inch Full HD IPS LCD display with 120 Hz refresh rate. I like the size of the Tecno CAMON 18. We have 5000 mAh battery size, and the Tecno CAMON 18 sides it is a bit more flat as compared to the Infinix. That is why the Tecno it feels a little bit slim as compared to the Infinix. On the top we also have a punch hole on both phones. So now let's quickly set up this phone up and then we'll continue. And guys, and here is the first boot of the Infinix as well as on the Tecno CAMON 18. And you can see in the UI it is also very similar on both phones. We have iOS, which is a version 8 versus a XOS, which is a version 10. Now let's go to the settings, and now let's go my phone, and you can see both phones is running on Android 11. That's really good thing. Again, we have 8 GB of RAM on both phones. On the Infinix we also have a 3 GB extended RAM feature, which is not really available on the Tecno CAMON 18P. Again, and this phone is powered by Mediatek Helio G96 processor. So now let's see the notification area on both phones. So here is the notification area, which is also very similar on both phones. And guys, now let's see the fingerprint scanner speed, and the fingerprint it is also exactly the same. Guys, now let's go to the display, and you can see we have 120 Hz refresh for both phones. Also I feel that and the haptics it is a little bit more better on the Infinix, but in the haptics we also have this option in which you can go very high. Also you can see that on the gesture it is also really good on both phones. So here is the pre-installed application on both phones. And guys, also on the Infinix we have a dual speakers, and you can see while on the Tecno we have a single speaker. And you can see that's a really big advantage on the Infinix Note 11 Pro. Guys, now let's look at the camera on both phones. On the back we have a 64 megapixel main camera. Also we have a 13 megapixel which is a telephoto lens which give you a 2x optical zoom. And lastly we have a 2 megapixel depth sensor, no ultra wide lens on both phones, and that's really disappointing. And guys, and here is your normal, and here is your 2x optical zoom on both phones. Now let's see video recording size. The back camera maximum shoot 1440p at 30 fps, and the back camera also has a ultra steady mode. And guys, on the back camera also has a bokeh video mode which give you a background blur. Guys, we also have a video beauty feature which is also available on the Tecno as well. We also have a short video feature which is a film mode. And guys, we also have a beauty feature. We also have a portrait mode. We also have a super night mode which is also available with the telephoto lens. On the back we also have a slow motion, and you can see maximum we have a 240 fps on both phones. The back camera also has a pro mode which is not really available I think on the Tecno. Again, on the back we also have a Ultra HD which is like a 64 megapixel mode on the Infinix Note 11 Pro. And the back camera also has a time lapse. We also have a AI shot. We also have a panorama. All those things it is available on this phone on both phones. Now let's look at the front camera. On the front we have a 16 megapixel selfie camera. So here's the front camera looks like. I feel that the front camera it is exactly the same on both phones, which is obvious because we have a 16 megapixel main sensor. We also have a LED flash on both phones which looks like this. And the front camera also shoot 1440p at 30 fps. The front camera also has a ultra steady mode, and the front camera also has a bokeh video mode which give you a background blur again. And the front camera have a video beauty feature. On the front we also have a short video. On the front we also have a beauty feature. On the front we also have a portrait mode, and the night mode it is also available with the front camera. And the slow motion it is not available with the front camera. I would say that between these devices and the Infinix Note 11 Pro it is a much better option as compared to the Tecno CAMON 18P, because it does not have any dual speaker, it does not have a 64 megapixel main camera. That's about it, and thank you so much for watching this unboxing and my first impression regarding the Infinix Note 11 Pro as well as on the Tecno CAMON 18P. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Subscribe to my channel for daily tech videos and follow me on Instagram and Twitter as well. And I will see you in my next video. Peace out.